the veteran himself from Sweden, Badu Jack, the WBC cruiserweight champion, fought an Armenian, Noel Mikhailian. This was actually really good of a fight. Probably one of the best fights of the cards. And even actually, I was watching this with a friend of mine. He stopped by the house. And we both were like, oh, was that decision questionable? But anyways, Badu Jack retained his cruiserweight WBC belt, and he defeated the Armenian Noel Mikhailian. Fellas, did you get the chance to watch this?
Yeah, I've seen this in its entirety. Interesting fact. Jack came into the bout as the title holder. McKellian was champion in recess, so this was actually like to determine who the real champion was. So it was implications there. Obviously, anytime the belt's on the line, but I think that Badu Jack was sneaky good here. I think that he had some next level defense that the naked eye wasn't catching. If you know what I mean, I was highly fatigued by this point, but I was catching that. I was anxious for the main event to start, but I think it's one of those things where you ask the question, did the winner do enough for the belt to change hands? And it's like, well, in this case, he's technically the belt holder.
Beat the champ, you gotta beat the champ.
It's so ironic, right? He's the belt holder fighting the champion in recess.
They had too much going on. That both guys holding up WBC straps, like that is not a good look. It should be an exclusivity to holding one of those belts.
Right.
Oh man.
But our guy from Armenia actually put on a great fight. Noel Mikhailian. Yeah, put on a great fight. Saw a lot of skill. He's a lifelong cruiserweight. He was able to throw his weight around at different points of the fight. I honestly thought he came out with the victory. Badu Jack has been subject to many close decisions. He's a name in the sport, so you always got to watch that. But Mikhailian, I think he did enough to win. And BoxRec, the fan score had it 116, 113. So still a very close fight, but the fans saw it. The Armenian pulling out the victory. Judges online had it like a couple judges tied. A couple of them had it. Badu Jack eking out a victory. So,
do you think
close fight?
Do you think it was Badu Jack waning in the later rounds and Mikhailian's offense picking up towards the end, or how did you see it? Or what were the swing rounds?
So there was some close rounds in the middle. There were some close rounds in the middle of that fight because you saw Badu Jack. He showed some skill. He would punch. He would pivot. He didn't really stay in front of Mikhailian too much. But what you did see was a punch variety from Mikhailian, a very high intelligent fight. And I felt like he just did just enough, a lot of straight punches, used his size. I feel like he did just enough to win some of those close rounds. So 115, 113, I would have been happy. I was leaning more towards Noel Mikhailian's side.
Do we really want to see Badu Jack's 41 at this point? Am I tripping? How old is he?
No. Yeah, he's 41. He's 41. No, he's 41. Yeah.
He's been around for a long time, yeah.
Do we want to see a 41-year-old Badu Jack against Jai Opetaia?
Yeah, I want to. I want to see him fight
Gilberto
Ramirez. I want to see Gilberto Ramirez. First of all, I want to see Opetaia fight Ramirez. That's the one I want to see. And then Badu Jack. Because Badu Jack, like, I've been watching his fighting his fighting history, whatever. I've been watching him for a long time, and he did have a time where his stock was dipping, and this is before he moved to cruiserweight. Remember when he had that one fight? I think his last fight, he was fighting. Yeah, when he split his head open.
Yeah, that was the Pacquiao undercard.
Yeah,
was that Marcus Brown?
Yeah, and he lost. He was kind of like in a funk, but he was an ex-champion, and now he has this new like ever since the pivot when everything pivoted upwards for him. Ever since that Triller event with he was an undercut to Tyson and Roy Jones, and ever since that he's been going up, and he moved to cruiserweight. He's been looking good. He's a very smart fighter, and being smart is even at an older age, he knows not to get into those, knucklehead exchanges. He's not going to do that at an older age. Yes. I don't know. Is Jai Opetaia, is he Samoan? What's he? Is he New Zealander? Australian. But he's Aborigine. Man, them boys is strong. Seeing an old Badou Jack versus that young Opetaia, that is scary, but maybe the youth of Opetaia may be his same demise because he's only 29, and you have a guy who's with ring IQ like Badou Jack. He may pull that off, but again, on paper, most people don't want to see that. They do want to see him versus the other guy who holds the other two belts, the WBO, which is because I know Opetaia has the IBF. The guy who holds the WBO and the other belt, Gilberto Ramirez, is who they want to see. But I wouldn't be against Badou Jack getting the undisputed, and being a 40-year-old undisputed. I wouldn't be against. You don't want to see that.
No.
And they're talking about Usyk coming down to that division, and then Lawrence Okolie just moved up to heavyweight, but he's also questioning whether he wants to go back because Lawrence Okolie was the champ in the cruiserweight. So I don't know.
I do not want to see that. I do not want to see Badou Jack fight Lawrence Okolie. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to figure out. This is his Roy Jones moment when Roy Jones beat Jeff Lacey.
Yeah, exactly. We're good. We're good. That was a 2-year layoff. He held the division hostage for 2 years because of the whole belt. That's why there's everybody got a strap. There's a strap in Canada somewhere. There's a strap in Armenia, and then Badou Jack had his. It's time, brother. Relinquish the division, ride off into the sunset. Can't take 2-year layoffs. He fought in 2025. Last time he fought was February 20th, 2023. Then he fought a year after prior to that.
And like with this cruiserweight division confuses me. And then wasn't Beterbiev a cruiserweight champ at one time, or am I tripping? He's never been in cruiserweight. He's never been in the cruiserweight. He's never fought in the cruiserweight, or is it Bivol? One of them tested the cruiserweight for a little bit. I don't know. Hey, I may be just speaking, but I thought one of those Russian guys, was in the cruiserweight for like a second. But anyways,